Residential structure fire, 14 Pressbury Square. Squad 9829. Fire showing third floor.
Someday you'll know. Someday you'll know. Before you watch the rest of this episode, I would highly encourage that you actually sit down and have an adult watch this first if you are under the age of 17. I would encourage that you have an adult, a loved one, someone that you trust watch this first if you are easily triggered by things like mental health and suicide, because we're going to be really talking about some really serious things in this episode. Through the storm and through the clouds, bumps on the roads and upside downs. I know it's hard, babe, sleep at night. Don't you worry, 'cause everything's gonna be alright. Be alright. I have like no business like recording this early in the morning. It's 6 o'clock right now, but I was just sitting in my quiet time with God this morning, and I was just thinking about the pressure of the pressure of this whole documentary, and like the imposter syndrome is so real right now. I feel like I shouldn't even be doing this documentary, and it's so sad to be thinking those things and to think that I'm not qualified to do this, or that I'm not good enough to be doing this. And these are, I understand, attacks of the enemy. Imposter syndrome is spiritual warfare, and it's crazy that I feel this way so heavily. And I've been feeling this way for the past couple of days since I released a trailer, but I realized I can't give up because so many people are excited and they're looking forward to this series, and I don't know how much this is gonna affect people, but sometimes I just feel underqualified to do certain things. But I just think of what I've heard a lot in the Christian community, is that God doesn't call the qualified, he qualifies the called. Something I've struggled with for a big part of my life, over half my life now, has been my mental health. I would say from around the age of 12 and 13 is when I really started struggling with depression, and when I noticed that my mental health was really prominent in my life. And it was also around the time that I was very suicidal, and numerous times I have attempted to take my own life as a teenager. And at 14, I actually told someone in my life for the first time about what was going through my mind. After I got the help and the counseling that I needed, I thought this was a one and done situation. After going through the counseling and the therapy throughout high school and even in college, I thought that, me having the urge to really harm myself would have gone away. That was until last year. Today I planned a spontaneous trip about a day or two ago, just to get away for a while. A lot of crazy stuff has been happening, and I just need to get my mind right with a lot of things. So today I'm going on a secret trip to Philly. So about April of 2020, I broke in pretty much my 9-year fast of not harming myself. Basically what I'm saying, last year I picked up a blade again, and I took it to my arm because I did not like who looked back at me in the mirror. I did not like who I was, and I was so confused about what I'm here to do. I didn't feel like my life was panning out the way that it was supposed to. I felt like I had these big goals and dreams for my life that just weren't manifesting in real life, and it just didn't make sense. And I just also was comparing myself to other people my age, seeming as if they had their lives figured out. I was depending on other people and my relationships to make me happy. I was depending on those relationships to give me meaning. I didn't feel beautiful. I didn't feel worthy. I didn't understand who I was and my purpose for just being here. And I really genuinely got to a point where I just thought that no one wanted me to be here. Even though I was surrounded by parents and siblings that loved me and I had friends that cared, I, in my own mind, just came to the conclusion that truthfully no one really wanted me here. And that no one wanted to be my friend. That my mom had 4 other kids, so what difference would it make if I disappeared? I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I took on more than I could chew, and I'm just hoping that it actually reaches people because I'm scared. Just doubt and like the enemy planting things in my mind. But it's just like I see so many amazing like videographers and like YouTubers that like could tell the story so much more beautifully, and the editing can be amazing. But I know that it's my story, and at the end of the day I'm the only one that can tell my story. I just hope that how I can portray it can be the best way for people to accept my story and hopefully learn something from it. I wish that I had this. I wish that I had a girl or someone telling me that it's gonna be okay, that you are not alone. That's why I end like some of my videos on my other channel like saying that you are worthy, you're beautiful, you're worthy, you are loved, because you are. God loves you so much that he sent his son to die for you. He knew that there was nothing that you could do to earn your way to his love. He loved you anyway and chose to make that sacrifice for you. I love you enough to share some things that make me cringe sometimes. The past hurts that I don't really want people to see this side of me, but I share it anyway because I want people to know that you're not alone and that you will get through it, and that your story is gonna help another little girl one day. Got this New Believers Bible. This is what our church sent us. We just joined a church. Your girl got baptized. I'll insert some pictures. It's just crazy how so much progression and change and pain has happened in the last year. I know that the things that I had to go through in the beginning of last year were preparation for God to bring me closer to him so that I can be in the right heart posture to truly accept the gospel for the first time and truly develop my relationship with him. As you guys saw in the beginning of the video, our apartment building did catch fire. And originally, it was only certain portions of, we thought that that was it, that God was really covering us. We were blessed enough to only have smoke damage. Our water was still working, like nothing was wrong with the plumbing, electric was still working, all that was still working fine and dandy. But Monday morning, they had inspectors come through the building, and then they finally said that no one in the building was allowed to stay.